we have much more in common than you would think if you look at it from the outside. I mean, both companies have been in shipping for very, very long, and as such, from that perspective, many people speak the same language. I think the second thing which was very important was that we both companies needed a new perspective into the future, so it was quite easy to align everybody on the direction going forward. And I think the third thing was what Andres and I were speaking about yesterday on the plane, is that we spent an enormous amount of time before the merger in trying to talk to each other about who could take which role and how can we put the teams together. I mean, the deal closed on December the 2nd, and I think that on December the 4th, we were in Chile at that time, we announced the entire organization, including the top 450 managers, which was quite a good mixture of people with a former CSAV or former Hapag LLoyd background. And I think that the process in us working together to try and find the best person for the role, very much across the globe, has been, I think that has helped a lot to build trust and confidence from the start. And I think that's been, in hindsight, I thought we spoke about it yesterday, I think that was probably one of the big factors that has helped us make a difference. And I think we are also very genuine about trying to create something where we take the good things from Hapag LLoyd and we take the good things from CSAV. And when we said this morning with the team, we said you have a good systems and process know-how that you bring in from Hapag LLoyd, but we have also some very good customer service practices and some closeness to the customer, and some great tools that we bring in from CSAV, and we now try to just deploy all of that and use that for the best of our business. And so far, I think it's been going pretty well. I don't know, Andres, whether you have anything to add or?
You want me to talk in English?
Spanish.
Mira, agregar que lo que dice Rolf es súper cierto, ¿no? Hoy día cuando uno ve las estructuras que tenemos en Latinoamérica en general, hoy día prácticamente tenemos un equipo de gente, ¿no? Un equipo en todo el sentido de la palabra. La operación del negocio además se hace en un solo sistema hoy día. Hoy día todos los bookings, todas las reservas equivalentes a lo que se hace en las líneas aéreas, se hace en un solo sistema a nivel global. Por lo tanto, la compañía está full integrada. Y por último, comentarles que nosotros acabamos de hacer también un evento con clientes hace un par de semanas. Y es muy gratificante cuando uno escucha el feedback de los clientes, que ya claramente nos dicen que el servicio que estamos ofreciendo es equivalente o incluso mejor de lo que antes ofrecíamos cuando estábamos separados. Porque las sinergias son muy relevantes.
¿Y hay algún plan para unificar la marca, como hicieron por ejemplo LAN y TAM?
La marca está unificada.
Mantiene...
Es esa. Hapag LLoyd. Está unificada, ya es conocida por todos los clientes.
Pero no se incorpora CSAV en ningún lado.
There is still the company CSAV, because they still have some other operations, but that was not part of the merger. And we brought all of the container shipping activities under the Hapag LLoyd banner officially as from 1st of July, after a short transition period. And I think actually that also when you now travel around, that people have gotten used to that. I think you see some great things that people have done in the offices, and I mean, as you said, I think the video that we once showed in the management meeting was still the best illustration of. So we did a little competition when people could do all kinds of things around the theme, which we called Better Together. And you had a whole lot of funny videos and funny photos and stuff like that. And I think that those type of things help also to bring the teams together.
Tengo una pregunta, me gustaría hacerla en español, si es posible. ¿Por qué la empresa considera, según lo que leí, que estamos en un periodo de transición de la industria logística naviera y qué tiene pensado para este periodo? Según lo que está en su página, que estuve leyendo. Hablan de un periodo de transición, de cambios.
Why it is on our webpage that the industry is in a transition mode? Why do we refer with that?
I think the industry has been in a tough period for the last 4 or 5 years. and I don't know if the industry is really going through a transition period. I think a lot of people always, sometimes people look for something to write, yeah, which sounds interesting. For me, if you look at what we have seen for the last 4 or 5 years in shipping, is that people have gotten used to slower growth in the industry. People have gotten used to working in larger corporations and in alliances. And then over the last 12 months we've seen a couple of mergers, and maybe there are going to be a couple more. But that is something that tends to happen every now and then. If you look at shipping for the last 20 years, then you see that every 5 years you have a couple of those. Yeah? And now we are at that point again. I do not think that the industry will look fundamentally different in 5 years from now than what it looks today. I don't see this industry going towards, say, the parcel industry, for example, where you have with UPS, FedEx and DHL only 3 big players. I do not see that happening in shipping.
Okay, thank you.
Por ahí alguien quiere hacer
No, sí,
¿Puedo?
sí.
De eso se desprende que usted considera que la tendencia a las fusiones es algo que llegó para quedarse. Primera pregunta. Y la segunda, respecto de la transición de la industria, y llevándolo otra vez, pero es lo que cubro habitualmente el sector aéreo. Esta semana se conoció que el Airbus 380 está llamándose a revisión, digamos. Se presentó como el avión más grande del mundo porque se creía que así iba a haber mayor eficiencia y no ha funcionado como quería. En la industria naviera también ha habido una clara tendencia a buques cada vez más grandes. Entonces las preguntas serían, primero, si considera que el tema de las fusiones tiene futuro, digamos, y será algo que recién comienza, y segundo, respecto del tamaño de los buques, si cree que en eso también va a haber una tendencia sostenida o se dará marcha atrás en el proceso.
I'm not sure I fully understood that. I think you asked me first to talk a bit about the logic behind some of the mergers, yeah? And then you asked a little bit about how much further concentration or you expect to hear in the industry, correct?
In the sector.
And first, if you look at the merger, I think one of the things that was quite unique about Hapag LLoyd and CSAV is that the two were very complementary, because Hapag LLoyd was quite big on the east-west trades, and CSAV was very small there. Yeah? And if you looked at the traffic in and out of South America, CSAV was big, and Hapag LLoyd was not big enough. Yeah? It was also fairly small. Yeah? So by bringing those two together, we managed to create some critical mass, and that's also where you have some complementarity in terms of customer base and in terms of